5, 6, 7.
You're the boy who cry wolf. Said we're good, then you're through. Out the blue, I never
for my
know.
life trying to know the
When to believe
Yeah, this is
you.
lip sync for your
You're the
life.
boy who cry wolf. Said we're good, then you're through. Out the blue, I never knew. When I should believe you. When I should believe you.
The A-list.
Wow, wow, wow. She's
I'm
out.
just playing with Stanley.
Wow.
She
Respect.
is out. No, we were dancing together.
How am I? Whoa, Jesus Christ,
Stanley and I
Stan.
were dancing
How am I positioned on there?
You're fine. You're just like on the left side, but we're gonna crop it anyway.
Si spera? Oh, of the frame.
Yeah, we're
Gotcha.
cropping it anyway.
Okay.
Wow, it's out finally.
Guys, The Boy Who Cried Wolf exists in your lives
the boy
now.
who cried wolf. Does that sound like you?
Yeah, let's do a lyric check.
I don't. The thing is I don't know the lyrics.
So you know you're the boy who cried wolf.
Said we're good, then we're through. Out the blue, no idea.
Out the blue, I never know.
Out new or
Out
no?
the, no and then new. Out the blue, I never know.
Blue, I never know.
When to believe you.
When to believe you. Wait, there's another section
You're the
I
boy
like.
who cried wolf. Said we're good, then we're through. Out the blue, I never knew when I should believe you.
Got it. And then something about
We keep going back and forth. You can't decide if I'm yours, and that's.
I like the section that says
You said that we're through. I don't need you.
you said that with through.
So the first time I showed
need you.
Allison and Karina the demo to this song, both
we
of
were in
them
the
thought
car.
you both thought I was saying yabba dabba doo.
I think
You're
that
like,
was just
it's-
us being under the influence
It's
of
so
substances.
it's so good. Are you saying yabba dabba doo? It's like
I fully don't remember that, but that was a couple drinks.
a couple drinks, most likely. Yeah.
Yeah. At the wait, I like that section.
What section?
Rather
You said that we're through. I don't need you. I don't want to fight.
no, would rather don't want to fight than beep. Rather be in love. I like that song.
Yeah.
That section.
I love that song too. That is called a pre-chorus.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. I'm excited. I had quite a few pre-saves for this thing.
Really?
So like, thanks for all of you who pre-saved.
Oh my
And
gosh,
I
you
hope you
guys.
enjoy the song of the summer.
I love that.
Or I guess the song of spring break.
Right.
Now I'm thinking.
It's giving Halloween, but it didn't make it out at that time.
It's giving Halloween. It's very early or late for that.
Right,
But I am trying to think of if I want to do a visual for this.
Like a music video where
Not
I
necessarily,
can dance
or of it
about the
yes.
boy who cried wolf.
Yes, through the woods.
Yes.
No, I'm trying to decide if I want to do a visual, like just like a cool lyric video with some visuals, or if I want to do a visual because the next song coming out, I have so many ideas for a very sexy video.
Is that the one where you went dancing?
No.
I feel like you've nixed the one that you had a vision for dancing, right? Or is that breakup sex? I feel like there was a vision that we talked about of like
Tell me.
two men dancing.
Oh,
I don't wanna
men
give away
dancing.
your-
I was picturing like
in Wasting Time.
Yes, like
No,
a
no,
crew,
no.
a dance crew.
No.
No, yes, the two men dancing.
That's
that was
the
for
same.
breakup sex.
Okay. Cute.
Give me a little lyrical number. Brush off these dancing shoes.
I mean, I'm not like assuming that you're hiring me for that, but
Of course I
if
am.
you
Who
are,
else would I hire for that?
I mean, you know other dancers.
I do know the dancers, but choreographers, this easily accessible.
And we'll do it for free.
Yeah.
I'm feeling a little spicy today. I'm like sort of emo. So then you caught it.
I literally caught this.
That was crazy.
And now I must go wash my hands.
That's insane. Okay, well, should I talk while you're gone? Okay. I'm feeling a little emo today and a little bit like spicy and like ew. Oh, it was a mosquito. So it's bit one of us already? But yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling spicy. So if I say anything that like comes off a little spicy, just know that it's on purpose. No, I don't feel spicy towards you.
Yeah.
There's another bug.
God. Oh my God, there is. So listen, I left the door open.
Yeah, it's fine. So yes, Boy Who Cried Wolf is out. Go listen to it. Go share it to all your friends.
Yeah.
And then maybe that will prompt you to do a visual. And
True.
if the people want it.
Well. And
that's a good idea for speak pipes. If you guys have any questions over like Boy Who Cried Wolf in terms of, you know, who's it about? What's the vibe? Like, what did you mean when you said this? You guys should send a speak pipe for Alex to
let me know.
Explain himself.
You ever been in my situation too?
Yeah.
With someone that can't make up their mind about you? Stop wasting your time. I have a song about that too.
Wasting time. Go look it up.
Get out.
I'm dancing in it. Why am I making everything about me?
Go watch it. Actually, it's funny because I was going through all that footage today. So I'm working on a thing. So I was going through that video for some references. And so there's some really fun. There is some fun shit in there. I think I want to do another edit of it. I want to take another pass at it.
We had fun. That would be fun. I would enjoy that. And it's not about me.
As
Today is about
time,
you.
But
today is about you. And I would really we're going to play the music video game later. And I really want it to be a video of yours. I know that
there's so many Queen Herbies in there, but
I feel like today's about you.
We can definitely just go into one of mine.
Yeah.
Maybe if in 3 draws you don't get one of mine, I will pick one. I'll pick one. Good. So what's going on with you?
Well, not much, but I did want to talk about Alex and I went to a mystery horror movie. It was wild. So basically, I don't know if they do this in other cities or if it's just LA because LA is like movie land.
Yeah.
But
I don't know either.
AMC does this thing where they'll send out an email and be like, hey, in a few days, we're doing a pre-screening of a movie.
It's not out yet.
That hasn't
pre-screening
been that hasn't been released yet. In this case, it was a horror movie because they have their whole like chills and thrills.
Yes.
Like branding for their horror movies.
Right.
So it was like $5 tickets, which is so cheap these days, you know, to see
we love a bargain.
An unseen horror movie. And so we were like, oh, we should go do that. That's fun. We went to City Walk. It's always fun to go to City Walk. It's feels like you're in Hollywood. It's so cute.
It was also busy.
Yeah. It's
spring break. Universal Studios. You get it.
So, we went and we were trying to decipher like what we thought the movie was going to be. And because the most recent movie that will be coming out is
the first
Omen. So we were like, oh, it's coming out in like
3
or 4 days. So maybe they're doing this like, oh, it's an early thing.
And then they showed also because it was a horror film, all the trailers before the movie were all horror trailers. So it was also like, it could be any of these. And there was this one that I'm so stoked that I hadn't seen until then was the Nicolas Cage one. Yeah. I love when like, I love a post-apocalyptic type.
Well, your favorite movie is Signs.
Exactly.
And I know that because I'm your best
friend. And that is why when the movies open, like when the movie we actually were there to see opens, it looked
I couldn't tell for so long.
But after that, it looked like the aesthetic of what that Nicolas Cage movie would be. So I was
kind of like
because something
dark and grimy.
It opens with that thing coming from space.
Yeah.
So I was like,
it says like there's a comet coming for space, and we thought because that one might have been alien-esque, that seemed like what it was. And then there was like slime, and I was like, is this Ghostbusters?
Oh yeah, and it did feel like Ghostbusters too.
Wasn't, which I would have been happy about.
True, same, but it was rated R, and Ghostbusters is not.
Got it. Well, I didn't know if it's new and we're being spicy, so we couldn't tell. For probably the whole cold open was like, I feel like 15 minutes.
It was very long, and there was a little too much comedy in that cold open. When I realized, this is not the Nicolas Cage movie, because
there wasn't any comedy in the rest of the movie
except for that one character. He was the comic relief.
Right. So the movie was Sting, which is about a monstrous spider, which I hate.
Yeah.
It
was like not just a monster. It was a spider from space, a black widow,
which they mentioned one time at the beginning and then never again. Like
that's
the
true.
Space situation was like okay. I feel like that's what they added that later, that they were just like, what's the reason for this spider being here? Like someone like at the network or like in the production company, executive producer, I'm like, I'm giving you $1 million and I'm letting you know that I don't know the reason for this spider.
But figure it out.
And they were like, oh, we'll just say it came from space. Like that's what it felt
True,
like
I could see that, except there was remember the whatever. We don't want to give it away. It's a great film.
It is?
No, here's the thing.
I
love a cheesy horror film, but this was a cheesy horror film with budget. So like the effects were good. You didn't like the puppeteering because it felt like a ride.
Honey,
at
I Shrunk the
Universal.
Kids, or like a
was
ride.
like,
Yeah.
but
I just what I wanted was there was one character that had some comic relief, but I feel like if it's going to be like a cult classic type of horror movie that is also has like some funny moments, I just wish that it was evident that like we're supposed to be laughing here, because I feel like I was laughing out of, I feel like this is cringy.
But here's the other thing. Like the audience
Not
was
like
pretty.
I knew I was supposed to be laughing.
Right. But also there was a very specific kind of person attending this film. Yeah. And this
like
is not
they
shade.
knew it was the one.
It was like there was people in full onesies. There was like
we could tell someone was a producer or like worked on production at a very small production company. He was wearing like
a crew hoodie for that.
Yeah,
company.
that we know like those movies are like not.
Yeah, so I was like,
they're not good.
Yeah, everyone just was like completely knew what they were getting into, and we were a little like, wow.
Yeah, so like, I mean, if you guys go see it, please let us know.
Well, here's my biggest issue I need to talk about.
Oh, okay.
So this movie is called Sting because this girl basically finds this tiny black widow, and she's like artsy and into comics, and she's very tomboyish. So she keeps it as a pet, and she looks at that thing and goes, well, what I don't know what she says to prompt this line when she's naming it, but she goes, does she say like I'm reading Lord of the Rings, so I'll call you. She goes,
I don't remember.
She goes, Sting. And at that moment, I said Shelob because Sting is the name of Frodo's sword that detects when the orcs are near.
Wait, I'm sorry. Lord of the Rings was a part of this movie?
She said, I'm reading Lord of the Rings, so I'll name you Sting.
Missed that.
And so she goes, I'm reading Lord of the Rings, so I'll name you. I went, Shelob, really loud. How did you not hear it?
Because if you're a Lord of the Rings, no, I just forgot.
Because
if you're a Lord of the Rings stan, like that makes sense. They were just banking on it rhymes and no one is going to care.
No, because there's not a character named Sting in Lord of the Rings. There's a sword named Sting.
Got it.
And that sword detects orcs, and it's Frodo's sword. It was Bilbo's first, and it's like crazy. But there is a giant spider in Lord of the Rings named Shelob that terrorizes, captures Frodo. That's what I'm saying. I was like, you're reading Lord of the Rings and you're naming it Sting?
Yeah, but a movie named Shelob?
Oh. Sheila. No, and I get it. Well, I didn't know the name of the movie was the name of what she names the spider. It's just like that. They shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, they could have named it anything.
You're a spider. I'll name you Sting.
Yeah,
what?
Clearly they're not Lord of the Rings fans. LOTR fans.
This was made by an Australian company. Australians are close to New Zealand, right?
Very close.
Okay. Anyway.
So there's a discrepancy, and you should write them a letter.
I'll write them a letter. Here's the other thing I'm going to say. The seats looked like the aftermath of a spider attack.
Yeah, they put us in the cheapest, the oldest theater.
And it was just like the seat next to me had like a temporary cover over it that someone then sat on top of.
Yeah, also, I need people to know when you're booking a seat, if you're a single person, I guess there's no way around it if you're a single person.
I'd forgotten. I thought the seats were random.
Oh no, I picked the seat, but like because we kind of did it later, there weren't amazing seats available that weren't close to the screen.
Right, but people were booking singles in the double seats.
Are there single seats?
Well, the guy on the end.
Fair.
But still, it's like no one
what do
left.
You do when you're a single person?
You have to do that, I suppose. There's no option.
But we were like not together.
We weren't at the same seat. We were next to each other, but we weren't in the same seat.
So it was a little awkward because there was a girl next to me and a guy next to you that we didn't know, and it was.
And
just
the guy next
like
to me was
weird.
like the whole time.
Why?
I don't know.
What was he upset about?
And the way he like threw his bike helmet down next to him, like I'm telling you guys, a very specific
Yeah. So
Group of
basically
people.
we need to go to another one just to make sure like are all these movies like the B-list movie
Well-
that they know maybe isn't going to do as well, so they're trying to get a little extra
Maybe.
money for the pre.
Maybe we need to go to a different AMC.
Yeah, we can. I mean,
Because when I did the
like,
$5 movie here at the Regal, it was normal, but it wasn't a horror film.
those aren't
I think
pre-screens either, are they?
yeah, it was a pre-screen. But I don't know if it was because it was strict like a horror film. It just brings the people that are like, I'm going to see a horror movie first, man.
Yeah, what are they called? Horror Files? No.
X-Files? Mulder, Scully?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
But
Anyway,
yeah,
we
we're going to
did do
go
that.
again. We'll report back next time
That
we
was
go.
Friday night. We did that on Friday.
Yeah. And then what else? I didn't see you again. You finally finished the project you were working on.
Finally finished the project. I'm
So now
very
you're
happy
like a
with it.
person again, kind of.
Kind of. I'm doing another editing thing right now, but all exciting things happening.
Yeah.
We're working on some stuff.
We are. That's so exciting.
Yeah, like this is going to be a fun next month. Busy, but fun.
I'm just like, I haven't been a movie girl lately because I've been reading the ACOTAR series, which like, you guys, I know that you don't care. Did I send you a video earlier? No, I sent a video to Karina.
You sent it to me.
I did.
You sent it to both of us. It was a group text.
That said like, this is you.
This is me.
Okay. There was like I think it was Shay Mitchell actually.
It is Shay Mitchell.
That she's like everyone around you was talking about ACOTAR and they're just like talking and she's just like looking back and forth and being so confused because we say these words that mean nothing to someone who hasn't read it. And that's how you felt for the past like month of me reading these books. But I am on book 5, A Court of Silver Flame. And let me tell you, this girl is dirty. This is like the dirtiest book.
We're like more so than 50 Shades. Oh, it's the dirtiest book in the
series. I have read 50 Shades. It's not as dirty as 50 Shades, but like pretty close. I'm on like chapter.
Well, the author was getting older as she wrote these books too. Because isn't she a young 20s?
I don't know how old she is. It's pretty young. Yeah. But I mean like, my goodness, I've clutched my pearls a little at this book. I was like, wow, it is dirty, but loving it. If anyone cares, obsessed. It is like, I do think it is like one of the better books. Although like I do feel I'm talking to you like you literally care and you don't.
But I'm going to absorb all
But the
this.
first 4 are from the perspective of the main character, Feyre.
Okay.
And I like really feel like I've cared about her relationship more than I care about the current relationship that's really the center of this book.
Sounds like a Team Jacob, Team Edward situation.
Kind of, but not, because like these characters aren't going against each other. They're just like, it's a side character like story that's happening.
Got it.
So they're not in competition with each other.
Understood.
But I've been reading that, but I have been a little movie girl lately because normally I'm not really good at watching movies alone.
Yeah.
I'm more of a TV show kind of girl, but because I've been reading these books, I haven't been watching much of anything, but I did force myself to watch Poor Things.
Oh, right. You really wouldn't, you'd like me to watch that.
I want to watch it with you. I want to watch it again because wow, the way that I started that movie and I thought this is so weird. I almost turned it off.
Oh.
Because I was like, this is weird. And like, I don't get it at all, but I love Emma Stone. So I was like, maybe I'll stick it out for Emma.
For sure.
And as there's just like such a reason that the beginning is so weird and it's so genius how it progresses. And then at the end, you're like, this is crazy.
I've heard
like
good
the way that
things.
the beginning was. So I really need you to watch it.
Okay.
And I would watch it again because it is perfect. And then I watched Wonka, which you have seen.
I have seen Wonka.
I will say, like, I liked it. It wasn't like anything amazing to me.
Okay.
But
I thought it was entertaining.
Yeah. Like I am a person who likes a musical. So
For
like
sure.
I'm never going to be upset at singing and dancing at a big musical number. I just like, I'm just an OG Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory kind of girl. I'm a Gene Wilder
Which is also
girl.
a musical. So
yeah.
the way people were so weirded out by that, it was like because
Yeah,
Johnny
obviously.
Depp's version wasn't.
I think that one's the worst. I think
I don't like that one either.
I think in order of the movies, I think it's OG, and then I think it's Timothy,
Timothy.
and then I think it's Johnny Depp, which I am a Johnny Depp movie girly.
Yeah.
Like separating, I don't know if we don't like him these days, not sure. But separating the man from the craft.
Yes.
I love his movies. But his movie is the worst for me.
Agreed.
It just like wasn't.
It was just too Tim Burton-y for me.
Yeah.
And I like Tim Burton.
Like it didn't. I wasn't connecting with it. Like it's not something that I will watch. Like a movie like The Greatest Showman, I could watch any day, anytime.
Sure.
But this musical, it's like maybe if it's on, I'll pay attention a little bit. But I found myself drifting to like looking at my phone or not paying attention that much. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. But like cute.
Cute, yeah.
It was cute.
I mean, similar to Sting, I probably won't watch it again, but it was entertaining.
Yeah. There you go.
And thank you for the rec on Poor Things. I will watch it, but I'm, currently in my, 12th go with Dr. Oakley. So
That's insane.
That show has my heart and my attention.
So what I forgot is we started watching that murder mystery show.
Oh, right.
After the
many faces and places. No. The befores and afters of what you don't know. No.
No,
I don't even. Comings and goings.
No.
It's the cruise ship one.
Yeah, but that's not even close to the. Hold on, I have it. One second. Death and Other Details.
I was close.
So we watched the first episode of that, but we all fell asleep.
Not me.
I forgot about it. And then I saw the thumbnail the other day and I was like, oh, I liked this movie. I just fell asleep at the very end.
Right.
I want to watch that. So I've tried to watch. I didn't even make it through the next episode. So I've only watched half of another one.
Okay.
But I do want to watch it.
Yeah.
Did you finish it?
No.
Oh, you've still only seen that one episode?
Yes.
Great.
Because when I'm by myself, it's just me and Dr. Oakley.
I get it. I've also been watching
and Modern Family.
My comfort show has been the Jersey Shore family reunion.
Oh, yeah.
With Sammy's return. That has really been something for me. I've been really happy about that. So I have had that on when I need.
Well, that's nice.
It's a little comfort.
Which, speaking of reality TV, ding, ding, ding.
What?
Jonathan and Brittany.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
Commented on our cut down.
You guys, Brittany and Jonathan commented on our cut down from couple to throuple and like.
Are we now a throuple?
I will do anything for them.
The four of us?
Yeah. I think that's complicated.
It's complicated. And listen, here's the thing. I'm sure you guys didn't listen to the full episode. Speaking to Jonathan and Brittany.
Speaking directly to Jonathan.
But we had great things to say about you both.
Yeah.
And thank you for engaging, and we mean every word of it. Brittany.
Hot.
Also,
Jonathan,
in the cut down, I wish I had left in the part where we talk about how you're also stunningly gorgeous.
Oh, yeah. It's not about.
It's not. It's all around.
Yeah.
And Jonathan agreed with us, so.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks, guys.
Well,
wow, love you both.
Yeah, that's very exciting. And if
now
you guys want to be
show.
friends, we're not just trying to hit on you. Like, if you just want to be our friends.
Yeah, we're in LA. You're sometimes here. Or
maybe.
Here.
Who knows? That was exciting.
Yeah, and you finished the show now.
I have finished the show.
How are you feeling about it?
I'm feeling sad.
Yeah.
That it's over because I really
you got very invested in these couples.
I was the most invested in Sean and Brittany.
Yeah. But wasn't I right? Wasn't it like beautiful, like so cute to see them like fall deeper in love with each other?
Yeah, that was really cute. I was like a little sad to hear that it didn't work out with them.
Yeah.
But I also like, I don't know. Maybe it's just not the right time for them. I liked Darian.
Yeah, because I liked Darian, yeah.
What else?
The boys
oh my
and
God,
Jonathan.
The boys and Jonathan. Jonathan, if you're listening, that was crazy.
That was crazy, Jonathan. That was crazy.
That was wild.
And like, I want to hear.
For the better that all of them.
I've seen that he's been on some podcasts. I want to listen to them because I want to know what's the tea. Like, what went down in those months where they broke up and he was still seeing Raymond?
Yeah.
I gotta know.
Yeah, what was going down? I also have boots on the ground in the Chicago gay scene.
That's right, you
that
do.
I could like reach out to and be like, "Do you know any tea?"
What do you mean could reach out to? Reach out to him.
Okay.
We gotta know. But they also posted a video together, Ashmal and Raymond.
Yeah, it did say they're friends.
True.
Right?
It did.
Yeah,
Yes.
they remain friends. Yeah.
I
do think it's probably good for them to take some time apart and really figure things out.
Yeah. And what?
Not that
and
I'm
so
a
we know that one of
expert.
the couples thruples was successful. post and even in the update.
It's nice to hear because it did seem like
because
she was emotional.
Agreed. Yes, I wasn't sure, but it seemed to be going well. So then,
but she didn't live with them, so I feel like now this has been like, wasn't it filmed a year ago?
A year ago, yeah.
So it's been even more time than what the update was.
Sure.
And she was like relocating, so I think that it's more of a situation to like see how it goes with them like now living together rather than her being, I don't know if they're even living together, but like in the same city versus her being like commuting back and forth.
Right.
Because it's easy to make time when you're like, it's scheduled. Like I'm coming into town this week.
Right.
It's a scheduled situation
True. Well,
versus just like real life.
And that begs the question, what is your take on all of it?
My take on polyamory.
Well, no, because I don't think it's kind of polyamory, but it's more like it's literally just having another person in the relationship.
I don't know what my take is. I think that it's just a very complicated, like even I'm not a relationship expert. Like I haven't really had a lot of successful relationships.
Yeah, but you've seen a lot.
So I think that every situation is different. And if open communication and everyone being on the same page is like of utmost like forefront of the mind, I think that any relationship can work if everyone's on the same page and everyone is open and honest. But I think it is hard to do that because you have to be so in tune with yourself. You have to be so emotionally mature
that there's not even room for growth.
Yeah, I think it takes like it takes like such an emotionally mature person to be a part of that I think that the success really is dependent on that. And I'm sure it's hard. Like I haven't had lots of successful relationships at all because like that is an issue. So it's not like everyone running around here that's in the dating pool is emotionally mature. They're clearly not.
And I think too, it's also my takeaway from it is because I thought the whole thing was incredibly fascinating because I had, until literally recent years had considered the construct of a relationship to be very black and white. Mm-hmm. And part of that was my upbringing and my belief in the fact that I, for a long time, thought I was with the person I was going to be with forever and couldn't imagine like a life without that person. And then when you're faced with that, like truly that like earth shattering, like, oh my God, every single like dream, fantasize future reality with this person is literally never going to happen. Mm-hmm. After you come down from that and also facing a world of, in my truth and my, sexuality, I think it becomes very like jarring and necessary to re-examine and interrogate every belief system that, I'll speak for myself, every belief system that I had.
Yeah.
So in relationships, it's like I had to face things like, what are things that are fundamentally me? Like things that Alex wants. And then just like, and only through a lot of experiences have kind of figured that out. Yeah. And then go, what is a relationship like? And my experiences recently are like, as you know, it's not conventional and it's very, it's different than anything I ever would have thought I'd want for myself or expected for myself. So it's beautiful and terrifying at the same time. So anyway, I'm watching this and I'm taking it all in, being like, okay, is this something I could be open to? And I think that my genuine feeling about it is that I think there can be success in it, but I think that there is an end to it. I think because I imagine traditionally, and of course not across the board, but people who are, playing, I don't want to say playing because I believe that there's people that try this seriously. And
yeah, of course.
They give it their best shot. And I think that it can be real for what it is. But I think as young people, and I consider, 30s, 40s, even young people, I think that there will always come an end to it because emotional maturity at the level I was describing earlier is just like, I know one person in my entire life who is that, and it's my brother-in-law. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure there's more nuance to it because, maybe but from what I've experienced in him for knowing him for half my life, he's the only person I know that I've actually look at and I go, that is an incredibly emotionally mature person that probably could handle a situation like this. And therefore I say, I think that it will always come to an end. I don't think it necessarily is an ugly end, but I think,
it doesn't have to be bad.
But I think beyond that, I think that if you do this later in life, I think it has greater success, or even like a coming back to what you had earlier, because I can foresee like late 60s, like 60s on for the rest of your life. And you're like, really like, you're ready to just chill. You're in your retirement or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's like something you want to do. I think that can be successful because you're all kind of like, we're in the end years of our, I don't mean it as morbid as it sounds, but like we're in the latter part of our lives.
You know what's more important to you at that time.
Yeah. Like,
too.
I love you. We get along great. Let's all live together and be in this like supportive relationship until we're done.
I've never thought about that. That's so interesting.
And I think that because like when you get to that age, whether you're mature, emotionally mature or not, you're just mature. Yeah. So it's like, you know, even now as like 34, I'm realizing like things that in my 20s would super upset me, I don't give an F about anymore. And it's like, that's just maturing.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm still incredibly emotionally immature in a lot of ways. So I don't think like that particular life choice would be successful for me because I'm not a jealous person. I don't think I'm a jealous person. But what I am is like, I know how much I give of myself. Yeah. And I expect that in return. So I don't think I'd be able to figure it out. I don't think I'd be able to, because for me, it's like, I don't think I could give what I give to my partner to two people at once. I just can't be that.
See, I think you could. I think that that the receiving it in
I wouldn't feel it the same.
Would be difficult for you.
Well, I just mean like if like we were in a relationship for a number of years.
Okay.
And then we decided to bring in a third.
Yes. I
am saying that I don't know that I could ever take an ounce away from the love I'm giving you to another person. Could I like that person, care for that person, and even like love that person? Yes. Yeah. But it will never be at this level. And I think that is why
it's that unfair to that person.
Correct. So that is why someone like me, I don't think would be successful in that beyond just like a fun temporary thing.
Well, I think that's what like my hang up would be, is that I don't trust men in general. Totally. Because like I feel like most of them, not all, like I've definitely had like people that have been loyal to me
for sure, but
there are most of the guys that I've like dated in my life have not been that. And it's a traumatizing thing that it's like, oh, like I like actually care for you, but all you see in me is this like situationship and you don't want to commit to me. Right. If someone approached me about this, like I feel like I would have to, like you're saying, have been in a relationship for so many years that I trust this person so much that if they approached me about like, what do you think about this? Or even if I approached them, what do you think about this? That's just not something that I can even fathom, because at the core, like I have never trusted someone enough for that.
But at the core of it, it's because,
and I do think I'm jealous.
Human nature, I think, is to go. So I'm glad you said that, because that's another thing that I remember thinking a lot about in this is like, who of these couples started the conversation? Because if I were on the receiving end of that, if you were like, hey, Alex, how do you not immediately be like, they're not satisfied with just me anymore?
Yeah. And if like, you felt that before, that's obviously going to be your immediate feeling.
Totally. And I think because the thing you have to face is that it's not that the person isn't satisfied with you anymore, but that like maybe they're bored or they want to spice things up. And so no matter what way you spin it, the person that is receiving that cannot not feel like, well, shit, it's not just me anymore. Like the fact that this person's even asking it means they're considering a life without me or a life beyond me. So I either got to go along with this shit or I got to face some hard truths. But that's why what you just said about like, I don't know. It feels like it's a double standard though, because I would never present that idea unless I did think I was capable of loving equally. So, but I wouldn't trust anyone saying it to me because it's like, even though I know I wouldn't do it unless I meant it, you're definitely not. You're just trying to get out of this relationship and you're being a coward about it.
Yeah. I think like a way it can work is if you start the relationship saying, I'm someone who identifies as polyamorous.
As long
or identifies as someone who wants to be in, this is a term I have just learned through Hinge, is ethically non-monogamous. It's not a word, it's 3 words. But I have come across people on Hinge that's what they're looking for.
For sure.
And I immediately don't trust it. I'm like, does your partner know that you're on here? Like this is not your partner and you together on this app. Right. So like, does your partner know that you're doing this? Do you even have a partner right now? Does that mean you're looking for 2? Like it already stressed me out. And I'm immediately like X on that. Like I don't want to be a part of that because like I can't even get a singular boyfriend right now. Like I can't have 2.
Right. And I will say to that point too, there were a handful of singles in Couple to Throuple who that is the lifestyle they want.
Yeah, they're like, I identify as
so this is why, that's why like I haven't really looked into it, but I wonder if any of the singles ended up getting together because I think finding like-minded, that's
obviously
different.
They're there for so long.
But going from couple to throuple, that's the real mind F. It's like someone initiated this. This wasn't like a...
Yeah, I wish that was a part of the show.
Yeah,
like they didn't really give us the backstory on how did this conversation come up? Like how did you guys arrive at this is what we want to try? Like it was just kind of like, here they are, they want this. In the
intros that they all gave, they don't say which one or who. They just say, and that, they give very aloof, like random, like skirting around the actual, like, well, he came to me and said,
Yeah.
But yeah, so I would be very curious to know. But I
would watch a season 2 for sure. Like I thought it was very well done. Like it was not gross to me or like cheesy.
Same.
Like it was very interesting. Like to just peep on like other people's relationships and something like I've never learned about before in my life. It was very interesting.
And then, so here's my follow-up question.
Oh, sorry.
Do you think you could could you be the third? Could you be the single?
No.
See, I think I could.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I would always be like, you don't love me as much as you love the person you have already been in a relationship with. And how could I ever compete with that? And how could I ever believe that you care for me as much as you say you do or as much as that person? Like,
I think the reason it appeals to me is for that exact reason, because it's low stakes. I think it's maybe a little self-sabotagey, but
because you know that it's going to end. So it would just be something
or no,
for
not
you.
necessarily end. I think if I put myself out there on the apps as looking to be a third in a relationship, I think it would be because, well, first of all, I don't even know if I'm capable of loving again in the way that I did. And that is to say that I don't know. No, I mean, I don't know if I'm capable because I think it was too painful that being someone, and this has a lead into another reality show, but it was too painful that it's like when I think about the rest of my life, because like my 20s were wild and fun and filled with so much intense love that when I think about the rest of my life, it's like, yeah, I would love to never feel what that felt like again with how painful it was. And I'm not ever going to say to someone who hasn't experienced it, like, you should feel lucky. Like, I think everyone needs to experience what that kind of love is, because it was amazing. But was it worth the way that it felt afterward? Don't know. Yeah. So if I'm going into a situation with someone that's already a paired couple, then I will already be telling myself, like, you are never going to be the choice for either of these people separately. So I can never be disappointed because I know exactly what's happening here. Okay. So it would be like I would get all the other parts of a relationship: companionship, sex, friendship, affection. Yeah. But then, like, if it ever ended, I'd be
like, I knew what this was.
Yeah, like I knew what this was.
I feel like maybe in the short term, but I don't feel like that is something that you would feel fulfilled in the long term. I don't want to put words into your mouth or your heart, but
it's just like, I mean, me now, if again, like, I have no way to know because, again, even Alex, when he first moved out here, well, how long have you been here?
3 years.
Me here 3 years was still going to church every Sunday. Like
Yeah.
wasn't in my secret relationship yet, was still had a girlfriend. And so it's just like, and if you had said, hey, you're going to have a podcast
Where you're
10 years from now.
Yeah.
And this is how you're going to like the situation. I would literally be like, oh, that's science fiction.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm agreeing in that I don't know. It's just like if I'm going off of the way that it was, the way that I am, and the way that I think it could be, I could see that.
For me, I just feel like it's maybe just like I still don't understand it enough.
Sure.
Because there are people that I feel like probably are not coming from, they're coming from a very emotionally
right, but you're saying people
place.
who say that are most likely, from what it seems, coming from a place of I've been hurt and
I feel like
this was unsuccessful, so now I'm like not even going to try.
I feel like that's what my default, like, to make sense of it goes to, especially, I mean,
because
I guess
these are
like,
all new ideas. This is very recently becoming like
is.
accepted and known. Like imagine when we were in high school, if a show Couple to Throuple was on TV, like
wild. Yeah.
the conservatives, I don't know what, like lost their mind over Tila Tequila. So can you even imagine? So it's just like, these are all just new ideas. It's new. And because most marriages end in divorce, it's like these things are.
Yeah, I think like I'm a child of divorce. I haven't really had a lot of successful relationships. So like I am just a jaded person.
Yeah.
And so like I feel like it's hard for me to wrap my mind around it because I'm just like a little jaded. But I think there are people who are not and are just like, we love everyone and like this is something that we want to do,
like,
and like
arguably,
it's happy and it's great. And
mine has nothing to do with my upbringing because for all like I technically came from a loving parental home. Like my parents are solid.
Yeah.
But my like willingness to be open to these things came from, having my heart destroyed, which is not something that's happened to you.
Right.
To that kind of magnitude.
Yeah, for sure,
like you've definitely been hurt, but like you haven't had like a huge love loss.
Yeah.
That's made you question everything that you thought you believed.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being jaded and I need to shut up.
No, I don't think it's jaded. I think it's naivety. I don't think you've experienced it like that to know.
Yeah.
Because also we were raised, you're a child of divorce, but we're still from the Midwest where traditional values were heavily influenced on us.
Yeah.
So like, although we're very progressive people, it's still our default to be like, yeah, but like 9 to 5, husband, wife, marriage, wedding, engagement. It's like, and now we're literally challenged with that. And there's entertainment now that's having us be like, look at this differently.
Yeah. And it isn't it was given in a positive way. It wasn't like, this is about sex or this is about, like, it was actually an emotional thing. I think at the end of the day, like, I don't think that it would be for me, but I think like I'm happy for people who are happy.
Agreed. Yeah.
And whatever that means, like, as long as you're not hurting anyone, as long as you're not like, I
guess my hope for it is like, if this is going to be a thing, that's just, and I'm all for it being like a normal part of life. I hope that what comes along with it is just like the openness of knowing like the odds of this working out are slim. We are all going to do our best, but let's have an understanding that it most likely, in the same way that most marriages are ending, adding in another person doesn't seem like that would make those odds better.
Yeah.
Let's just be aware of that and not, because I would love for thruples, polyamory or whatever to get less of like a taboo stigma and become more of like just it's another just thing. Like just like it doesn't matter being gay. It's just a thing. It's just a part of life.
Yeah, for sure.
But like it has to be approached in the right way. So,
yeah, which anyway, I think
that's
that
my
show
hope
did.
for it.
I think that show was very
and we spent so much time talking about it, but we had a lot to say.
Everyone,
it's fine. We're gonna keep this is a long episode. You're welcome.
Yeah.
I want to throw in a quick update that we should probably mention in case it's not on your list.
Yeah.
We did get the sad news that Princess.
It's on my list.
It's on your list. So can we go to that now?
Oh, for sure, of course.
So the sad news that is she Princess?
She is a princess.
Princess Kate has been diagnosed with cancer. So it's sad. I'm glad to see she's alive. Like obviously none of us wanted her to actually be dead.
No, of course not.
But I mean, it's very sad that that's what's going on with her. I hope it's also not an affair and everything else.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, like we spoke about it. I think we spoke about it in a pretty like...
Oh, yeah. We weren't offensive or anything.
Non-offensive way. But like, I mean, I think all we really said was, in conclusion, like
we talked about the rumors, the speculation.
And like the silly ones were obviously silly. Like no one actually thought she was on The Masked Singer. Like that was obviously just a joke.
Or a BBL.
I think like our takeaway was like, I said, I do think it's a medical situation.
Yeah.
I honestly thought she was in a coma and they were just like, you know, didn't want any information to get out. So they just, you know, were giving crumbs. But obviously it's a very sad situation, very sad to hear. And like, you know, we hope that everything works out. I will say, like, I do stand by that the palace like didn't have to do all of that.
No, because I also wonder if two things are happening. Have we heard from the king?
I mean, he's been out and about. Like, no, he has cancer, but like he's still been doing duties. Like,
so they probably were the Buckingham Palace was probably because it's a second cancer announcement. It is a lot,
for sure.
My God.
But like they didn't have to put out the photoshopped picture.
No, that was
They
weird.
could have put out any photo that they have taken together with their mother.
Is it just expected that the royals release?
It's like a new photo?
No, is it just expected that a photo is released for Mother's Day?
I don't know
because
if it's
she's
expected,
the Queen Mother?
but like I mean, most people post, I guess. But like, could they not have put out just like an old photo? Could they not have put out like, oh, here's like throwback to my, you know, favorite Mother's Day with all the three kids, or here's the baby photos of the kids.
Hey,
like
listen,
they didn't have to do a new photo.
They didn't. It's humans, and humans make mistakes.
They didn't have to say that she photoshopped it. They didn't have to like.
Yeah, because that's obviously not true.
Make it weird.
No, you're right. So humans make mistakes. A human made a mistake.
For sure.
Making that call and then having the power to make that call.
And doubling down.
Yeah.
It just like, obviously it is, they're scrambling and it's very sad.
I also wonder if they weren't going to make an announcement about it until they knew more information about the cancer, because she was still like, we're waiting, or she didn't give full, like a ton of details.
Correct.
But I wonder if that
also,
forced...
I have to get off the internet because I literally, I saw the video when that first day it got released. I watched it and I was just like, this is the video and she's saying what she's saying. I feel really bad that we were a part of the conversation, even though we were not making fun of her or like making it a joke like a lot of people were.
Yeah.
Like we still contributed to the conversation.
Totally.
And like she does really deserve her privacy in all of this. But then, just as always, these people are starting to point out stuff in the video. And it's like, fine, it's a green screen. It's fine. She's in chemo. She probably doesn't want to be like doing things. But then it's like, you know, the bench has inconsistencies and it's flat. Like everyone is still, I don't trust anyone. I don't trust anything. I don't trust any media outlet.
You can't.
I trust no one.
Yeah.
I can't trust anyone. So I've just got to remove myself because it is crazy.
Yeah.
But like also, the video is kind of weird looking once you look at it again. Am I wrong?
I try not to look too hard, but I will give it another watch and see.
Don't. It's fine.
Okay.
Like our prayers are with her. She deserves to like have her time with her kids.
Yeah.
It sucks that she was, you know, had to like listen to all these people speculate on her when like she's just trying to survive. And so I have to remove myself from the internet because it's crazy out here.
That's the safest thing to do, honestly.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, wishing you the best, and whoa.
Something else sad that happened is the bridge accident in Baltimore. What? Have you not been on the internet?
No, I've been behind a computer.
Oh, that's so true. I'm sorry.
What happened?
There was a bridge that collapsed in Baltimore. Let me
What kind of a bridge?
A very large bridge.
Like a land bridge or a water bridge?
Over water. So the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore was it was at night, and a big cargo ship like taking, I don't know, it was going to Singapore or something, leaving, fully hit the bridge And I think they lost power or something. So I saw a video where like all the lights went out on the bridge. So maybe they lost steering abilities.
Okay.
I don't know exactly what the reason for the impact was, but they hit the bridge and then the whole thing collapsed. And
my God,
many people died.
What?
You haven't seen the video?
Literally not a thing.
Okay, well, why don't you watch the video? And
was it supposed to go up?
The bridge?
Yeah.
No, it's just it can clear under as long as it doesn't hit the foundation.
It hits the support.
It hits one of the support beams, yeah. Ooh. They just lost control, it seems, but it could fit under.
Is getting fired.
Yeah, it seems that everyone on the cargo ship was like alive. So the last that I had heard. It's just the cars.
I gotta see a semi coming right now.
I know.
While I'm still watching this, did anything come out of this? Like, was the bridge structurally sound? Like,
I have seen a video where someone said that it was not, like, the construction of it isn't like actually the correct way of building bridges. Like, it should have more of a barrier around the support beam.
For this reason?
Yeah, like where it can redirect a boat before it would actually impact the beams.
Okay.
So I think that's something. So from what I've seen, like two people, it hasn't happened yet. This video is so slow-mo.
No,
you
I think
see
it's
the
real
lights
time.
going out?
No.
So the lights go out on the cargo ship a couple times and come back on.
Oh, that just hit.
Yeah.
Holy hell.
Yeah, it's very terrifying.
Did anyone in the cars live?
I saw that 2 people were rescued and in like serious condition, but they were not like dead when they were rescued.
How many people died?
I don't know if they're still looking for people. I see like on this 6 people, part of a construction crew were presumed dead.
Fuck.
2 more bodies have been recovered inside vehicles. Some of them like they haven't found some of the like cars as of whenever this was written. So I think it's ongoing still because this was just like a day and a half ago.
Holy hell.
But one thing that I didn't know, so as I was reading these comments of some of the videos I was watching, so many people were like, this is why whenever I go over a bridge, I put my windows down and I unlock the doors. And
oh my God.
I had no idea that was a thing. We come from Indiana that is
flat as far as the eye can see.
We have lakes, but like that's not a lot of, bridges over them.
No. That's so interesting. I never thought of that.
Yeah. And there were people being like, I think one of the videos I saw was a doctor or someone who was like, these are things you like can do if your car is submerging.
Yeah, because I feel like I've heard that you basically have a minute. It's a very short amount of time from impact that you can actually get out.
And like it goes nose down. So it's like if you have kids in the back, like you need to crawl to the back, you need to get them out of their seatbelts. You need to, if you have one of those tools to break the windows. But everyone so many people in the comments were like, oh, whenever I go over a major bridge like that, I always put my windows on, even if it's winter time, just in case. And then the person that made the video replied back and was like, I've never heard of that. And all the comments were like, oh yeah, that's a thing. So I guess maybe if you live somewhere, San Francisco or somewhere where you're going over a big bridge, like in New York and stuff, like that's a known thing that you do that. But that makes the water come in faster.
That's true.
But I guess you don't have to worry about being trapped.
Yeah, I think it'd be more about like your sight you would be able to see. It's like we also need to remember that the water, it's not like you get your eyes underwater and everything's clear.
Yeah, I feel like you would have to it would have to be like a way that you're going underwater slowly. It can't be, you also can't be knocked out. You can't be like all those things.
The airbag can't be deployed.
It's like, okay, I'm sinking. So, and I'm aware of my surroundings. So I'm going to take my seatbelt off. I'm going to wait until my window is submerged. No, you wouldn't. You could just get out.
Yeah.
You wouldn't need to wait until it was submerged,
Correct.
but the water would be coming in faster. So I feel like the minute situation doesn't pertain to if your window's open.
Maybe not.
It's something that
Well,
now
that's
I
crazy.
can't stop
I didn't
thinking
know.
about. And I don't know where I'll be driving over water because even here,
NorCal.
I haven't even been up there, but
If you ever are.
yeah, even here, like I'm not really ever driving over water. But if I do, I will be putting my window down.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Love it.
The only other thing I have on here is P. Diddy, but we don't have to talk about him.
What about him?
Well, do you know this? Have you heard about P. Diddy in the news?
Like the Illuminati stuff?
No, as of like yesterday.
What?
Federal agents raided his home.
Welcome to the A-list where Alex learns things from Allison.
About pop culture. So yeah, both of his homes in Miami and Los Angeles were raided by federal agents on he is allegedly everything that we're about to say and all of our thoughts are alleged is involved in sex trafficking allegations. So back in November, his ex Cassie, do you remember this? She filed a lawsuit against him.
Babe.
Is it Cassie?
I've been waiting.
I think her name's just Cassie. I don't think it's the singer Cassie.
It is the singer Cassie.
It is?
That's his ex.
Okay, well so this is where you come in with the facts.
Yeah. Diddy and Cassie.
She filed a lawsuit against him that includes graphic claims of sexual assault, physical abuse, and an allegation that Combs forced her to have sex with male sex workers while he watched. So that was her lawsuit that she filed against him in November. So this, I think, is a continuation of that lawsuit being filed because also he has a producer, a former producer of his in February, so just a few months ago, also filed a lawsuit against him saying that he coerced him to solicit prostitutes and pressured him to have sex with them. So like he has two lawsuits that have been made against him like with these allegations. And so this is, I think, like agents like trying to like see if there's proof of that in his homes. Mm-hmm. But what happened was his like private jet, multiple ? Or just one, but like one of them like went to Antigua. I don't know how you say it, but that's like a country where like you can't be extradited to the US. So it was like super sus, but then we found out that like he wasn't on the flight. He flew back to Miami. But like what's on your private jet? Who's on your private jet that's going to a country that the US can't like take you from? That is confusing. And all of this is alleged because we're not getting sued. Not that anyone's listening.
Just add it to the file of the other two celebrities that I can't really talk about because similar things. And they're just like, I've heard the story from too many inside sources.
Oh, yeah.
It's scary.
But he has like such a long list of situations like
talking about Diddy, Sean Puffy Combs,
P. Diddy. So like here it says he's never been convicted of a serious crime, but has repeatedly been accused of having violent encounters with like exes, an executive, and then like even this one says rappers like J. Cole and Drake have like accused him. I don't know if that is just like fighting altercations or words or whatever, but like he's been accused of a bunch of things, but up until now he had never been convicted of anything. And then like also he like even going back to the 90s, like he allegedly like it's always been a question of did he have a hand in like Tupac's murder?
Oh.
Because there was beef back then with Bad Boy Records and Death Row Records, which was the Biggie versus Tupac situation, and Biggie and P. Diddy were friends, and there's a whole thing. Like, I can't get too deep because I will spiral. There was allegedly something about Diddy offering someone money to steal a chain from a member of Death Row Records so he could use it in a music video that he was making. Allegedly, like, there's a bounty put on Suge Knight and Tupac from Bad Boy Records, or possibly from him. And then, like, obviously Tupac was murdered, and it's like, did you have a part in that? Did you not? Like,
right.
You're caught up in this.
Yeah.
There's obviously many members of Bad Boy Records.
Right.
Or maybe even like Tupac's death didn't even have anything to do with it. And
His
you're just like
death.
Looked at. How old would he be now?
He was like 26. So
50s?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, were you just caught up in the wrong place at the wrong time? Because he was like in Vegas too. It was a whole thing. That's a wild story to go down.
That's
but
a whole
that is
podcast
what's
series.
happening with him.
Okay, wow.
That he is, the feds raided him. So I guess we'll see.
We'll stay tuned and
there's
see what happens.
anything that has happened with that.
Goddamn, wow.
Should we watch one of your music videos?
Let's do it.
And by that I mean yours.
Let's play the music. Draw one. No cheating.
No, I'm gonna cheat because I want yours. That's fine.
Maybe it'll happen in 3 polls.
Okay, the first one is self-aware.
That's Queen Herbie.
I'm really trying to get yours. Petty Litit?
Oh, that's abbreviated. So that's 2 music videos. Both mine, Petty and Longer Than I Thought.
Oh, are they combined?
Well, they were shot on the same day, so I put them together. But let's just do Wasting Time because you're in it. And that was my last original song that I put out.
Okay.
So that could work.
I'll put these back in then.
Yeah, put them back in. Petty Lilt.
Litit is what I said.
Litit.
Petty Litit.
Patty LaFone.
Is that still recording?
Yours? Yeah.
Okay.
You're so bad. Okay, so Wasting Time is a music video that I shot in, I think it was November
2021.
of 2021. Yeah. And
We had only known each other for
since July of that year.
3 months.
Yeah, since July of that year. So whatever that math
4
is.
months.
Okay, cute.
Wow. So fun.
So I knew that I wanted to do a music. I mean, it really was exactly how I envisioned it. I think I would have done a couple things differently, but the drama of this video is that I chose the location because the vision for the white backdrop, like the cyc wall, was meant to be like a clock. We were supposed to be spinning. And so I chose a location that had
I forgot about
platform,
this.
a spinning platform. And it was meant to be constantly spinning. Honestly, it was inspired a bit by one of the early Destiny's Child music videos on a budget. And when we got there, they were just so casually oh yeah, and the turntable's not working, but you're good to go.
And you were like, that's why I booked this place.
Literally, the only reason I booked this particular location was for this.
Yeah.
So
did they give you money back?
90% of the video is supposed to be on this table. So my producer handled that and they gave us, so we had booked 2 rooms at this spot. So they basically gave us the room with the spinning table for free. And I mean, there was still a lot of issues because they, for some reason, thought in exchange for doing that we should be moving on to the next location quicker.
What? Wow. In what world? Because you had to change your whole concept.
Yeah, the whole concept changed. The time that I need the space isn't changing just because you made me change the concept.
It actually makes sense that you had that it took more time because you had to make decisions to change your concept.
Exactly. So in the end, obviously I got everything I needed in it, but they did not, without them literally fighting producer up until we left.
Which is why I could never be a producer.
Oh my God, it's a lot. But it went really well. I was trying to release it around Christmas, and then I was like, no, I was so close to the new year. Then it would have the last year's date on it.
Oh, yeah.
But releasing in January gives it a full year with that date.
Yeah.
And Jasmine, who had up to that point had choreographed literally everything I had done. So I was like, yeah, choreograph this. And I was happy with it. I think when I watch it now, though, I am a little bit like, I can see that I'm in my head because I'm just thinking through like the whole, everyone involved and everyone that's like everything that's going on.
You mean in the shots?
Yeah, I just know me. That
Oh,
I was
yeah. Like as another viewer wouldn't think that.
But yeah, it was a really fun day, and it was Ben shot and directed it. I edited it, and then Ben helped me with some of the color matching just because I was going for a very specific aesthetic, as you know.
It was actually my first like music video and my only, as if I've done anything else.
You guys have done a music video.
Well, the Fitness Marshal has done a music video, but it was still just like, I mean, it was like our friend, like Ryan did it. And I mean, he's a DP, but like, it was still a Fitness Marshal.
Oh, got it. Right.
Video.
Sure.
It was like, it just had it
was a production.
It had a few angles, but it was still like a Fitness Marshal video. So it was my first time like really witnessing what goes into making a music video. So that was really interesting for me to learn. Had a good time. My favorite shot is the hands.
Yeah, that was fun.
I loved that.
Everyone's Apple Watches.
Oh my God, we should have taken them off.
No, we did. Remember, I think we did. But it was like the first shot, it was like so many Apple Watches. Very funny.
Yeah. I had a great time.
It was a really good time.
Any inside baseball other than...
Any what?
That's a term. Inside baseball. Like any tea, any like thing
BTS?
Yeah, BTS. Yeah, sorry.
Inside baseball. I'd never heard that.
Well, I'm a sporty girl.
I don't think there's really, it was honestly just like, it came together exactly how I wanted to. I mean, if you're watching and you're curious about music videos and stuff, this was total spent on everything was like, I would say $3K. It was a $3K video. That was
cheaper than I thought.
But a great experience. I'm itching. I was telling Ramiro yesterday when I was starting to put together the project I'm working on right now.
Yeah.
I was like, I have the itch. I want to do another video so bad. Like, so it doesn't necessarily like not. I would love to do one for me. I don't know if Boy Who Cried Wolf is like not deserving of that. I don't know if it's like worth the time and effort. I think I might want to save it for the next one.
Yeah.
But if something came together quick and easy, I'm always down because I love a visual. But just doing a music video, like filming one, I have the itch. But we'll see.
Well, I would be so honored to be in it.
Wow.
Actually, the next one doesn't need me in it. So I'll just be happy to help out in whatever way.
Who knows? I don't know how it's going to come together. We'll see.
Yeah. I just love to insert myself. For no reason.
It's fine. You can.
Great. Well, I had totally forgotten about birthdays. Like I was on my computer today. Like, do I have everything ready for the podcast? Still didn't get the birthdays. So I just pulled up famous birthdays. So we'll go through this.
Okay, cool.
April 1st, birthdays. Logan Paul will be 29.
I have a pair of his shorts.
I knew you were going to say that. That's why I looked at you. And like, we're not going to tell you how he got them.
How do you think I got those shorts?
Just,
speculate.
Yeah.
Speculate.
Pro wrestler Randy Orton. Do you know who that is?
Yes.
I always thought he was cute. He wore really short briefs. I thought he was cute. He'll be 44.
Okay.
YouTuber Scotty Sire will be 32. He's a part of the vlog squad. Whatever. Don't know these people. Don't know her. Don't know him. Debbie Reynolds.
R.I.P.
She is deceased, but this was April 1st was her birthday.
Oh.
Susan Boyle. We just talked about her. I feel like
it
a few weeks
always
ago.
comes back to Susan.
She'll be 63, and her haircut here looks great.
Oh, cute.
Taron Killam. Do you know him? He's an actor.
Yeah, from SNL.
Oh, he'll be 42.
Can't really talk about him.
Why?
Is
he a bad
like,
guy?
He's involved in the whole Drake Bell stuff going on right now.
Oh, he is. Oh, he wrote a letter to. I know, you guys. I don't know if I can watch the
Quiet on Set
documentary. I don't know if my heart can take it.
They're releasing another episode on April 7th.
I heard. I have a really hard time with this type of subject matter. It really makes me like very anxious and stressed.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'll watch it. If I do, I'll report back on that. Alex has watched it.
Yeah, and the stuff coming out about Taryn right now and how Drake was so blindsided that when he heard the letter read, because he was like, this person knew it was me and they were in support of me.
He had confided in him?
Yes, and he was like...
Okay, well then we don't like him, but it is his birthday, so I guess, whatever. Philip Schofield is a host. I don't know. He'll be 62. Don't know him. There's a lot of like TikTok star birthdays.
Love that Google tells us.
Matt Lanter. He looks cute.
Lanter?
He'll be 41. He was in Pitch Perfect 3. Pitch Perfect 3. Disaster movie, Vampires Suck, The Roommate, and Pitch Perfect 3. I've never seen any of those movies.
I love The Roommate.
You know what? I'm not really seeing a lot of anyone else that we know.
Okay.
So happy birthday to all of those people.
And to you if it's your birthday.
And happy April Fool's Day. I can't believe we didn't say that to begin with.
Happy April Fool's Day. Hope you play some nice pranks on people.
Yeah, but only nice ones.
Only nice
Only
ones.
like positive.
Don't fall for the shit that people put out on social media, the brands when they say
I already
things.
saw 7-Eleven. They've started it today.
They did a pre-April Fool's joke.
Yeah, I think they're warming up to it. They put out it was a drink that was like hot dog water seltzer.
Ha.
Like obviously it's not real. Obviously it's for April Fools, but they're getting the marketing out there.
Okay.
Okay, well, take us home.
Okay, well, definitely send us a speak pipe. Would love to hear from you and get you involved in the pod. Tune in next week as we have our first guest.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
We are going to have our first guest recording with us next week, and so that'll be our 10th episode and our first guest. So be sure to check that out. Thank you if you are listening to Boy Who Cried Wolf. I really appreciate it. Jam out in your cars or your bedrooms or your AirPods or your Beats.
How can we sneak it to like a club? Do you just go to them with like a USB and go play my song?
No, you bring a CD.
A CD.
That is fun. We should look into that. Sneak it into the clubs. Sneak it into the clubs and send me a video of you doing it. Anyway, have a wonderful week. And as always, I'm Alex.
And I'm Allison. We didn't intro at all.
It's okay. We went right into dancing.
Yeah.
So anyway, have a great one.
Bye.
The A-List.